Yeah, hi friends, it's Harpreet Singh. It has been a long time. I think I was not able to get connected with you. So today I just want to share my experience about Real ID. So probably you have heard, I think there is a new kind of ID which have been, the idea itself have been going on since 2000s when the federal law was passed, and it was decided that the country needs some set of common rules in regards to IDs so that it can be federally compliant, so you would be able to board the flights. It has came because of 9/11, and I think over the years the feds have decided different deadlines that every state should follow a common set of IDs compliant rules, and in terms of how those IDs can be checked by feds in their facilities or at the airport. So all those rules have been, I think, since going on, as I have been hearing about, maybe I think 2017 or 16, but those, I think, deadlines were extended till 2018, and then to 19, and then further because of COVID it have been again extended till 2021. And if I'm right, the deadline to have such an ID is October 1st. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. So somewhere in October 1st or October 30th, you need to have a real ID. It's kind of your similarly to your driver license, so it's nothing different, but there is some compliance in terms of, I think it's more readable with the I think different apparatus the federal government have, so they can read it, either it's at the airports or their federal facilities. I think for post office you would not need it. If you want to just post something in the mail, that's also another federal facility, but you would not need for that for visit to a post office. But maybe some visit to maybe you're going to some interview, so you need that kind of ID. So it's kind of a common ID, so all the people in the nation can have that kind of same ID, so it's easier to check, and it's more of a similar rules with all the people. So that's the main concept behind it. So today I think I went to the DMV. Before that, I want to let you know, you can either fill it out, the application at the DMV, which you always see. I have went there. I was not expecting so many people because of COVID. I think we have thought, I think any public place you go, there is not many people compared to it used to be compared to COVID. But I was surprised there is, I think at DMV, so I was in Modesto DMV, because that's a general area. I can go to Manteca as well, but I thought to go to Modesto. So but the lines were same compared to, I think, pre-COVID times. It's the same experience in terms of line, and I'm glad I completed my application online. You can go to dmv.ca.gov, and they are just keep on, I think, popping up ad about it that okay, you should apply for it, and you can apply for it online. You can upload your documents online, and so you can be more quick in terms of coming to the DMV location. You can submit application online, but you have to still visit DMV. So that part you cannot skip, because obviously they also want to check that who you are in person, want to see you, okay, is that the same person or not, or if they have any questions. So I completed my part online. I uploaded, you need one proof of residence, as you can show either, I think, your immigration status through different kind of mediums, even if you have employment authorization card. And I know some of the people, they have still pending cases, they have employment authorization card. If you are a citizen, I always recommend, I think, because these days we have seen crazy things going on, in terms of immigration. Even I think if you are a citizen, there is a somewhat a chance you can get deported. Means I have heard, and also I think there was great coverage in New York Times as well. The 76 people who were U.S. citizens were just deported. So I recommend you. You can also apply for border card, which is basically like your driver license. And so I had that. It's very easy. I don't have to carry the passport. So I have that. I have just uploaded the copy of that for my application, and it's approved. They can let you know. It's usually get approved. I think if you are applying in business hours, it usually get approved your documents maybe 15-20 minutes later on. So other set of documents you need is proof of residence, which is basically the address which you are claiming you're living. You need to show at least 2 proofs of that. Either it can be a grant deed of your house, or it can be a mortgage statement, or if you don't own your house, any kind of, I think, utility bill, phone bill, electricity. So there are a whole range of documents. There are many documents through which you can show that you are resident of that place. So even I think people who are out of status, I can say, because it's wrong to say they are undocumented. They have documents, because most of the people have their pending cases ongoing, and in such a situation, at least you have your work authorization, and you would probably have any kind of bill. Even rental, I think agreement can work. You can also show that to show that you're living at this place. So there is a lot of options you can show, but I'm not sure. I think what's the actual, I think, rules about if you're out of status, if you can get it or not. But still, I think based on the documentation they have mentioned, even a person who have a pending case, either with USCIS or with an immigration court, I think they can qualify. They have all those documents which I see on that list, on which you can get a real ID. Obviously, real ID doesn't provide you any immigration status. It's just for so you can use it at airports to board domestic flights, not international flights, just domestic flights. So you don't have to carry your passport every time. But that doesn't mean you cannot travel even if you don't have real ID. If you are taking any flight domestically, then you have to show your passport. So not to carry that hassle of that booklet of the passport. So if you have that driver license kind of a thing, you can just show and just board a plane. I think that's always great. So my experience at today's DMV, as I have completed the application part of it online, so I made the appointment, which is always good these times. So that has been really helpful. So when I just came here, there was long line, and I was surprised why there's long line. Still, we are going through COVID and Delta variant, but still, I think there was long line. But then I realized there is a separate line for appointments, and I got assisted. I think within like 10-15 minutes, because everything is ready. That's the good part of it. I didn't have to wait, I think, more than 1 minute or so. I just sat on my chair. I already had the documents, and someone came to the chair and told, okay, you have your documents, and I showed it to them, and I just wait for another minute or so, and then I went to the window. And another surprising part about it, because they actually again check if you are the same person or not, or if you already have a driver license at some other place. Because my name is very common, Harpreet Singh. If you are from Punjabi community, you can realize my name is such like that. It's for males and females as well. It's a very common name. I sometimes tell my parents, okay, you should have like a different name, but still, okay, I have my name. So it's a very common name. So the person at the window, she just asked me, okay, do you have any license in Minnesota? Oh, okay, I have never traveled to Minnesota. So yeah, because of the common name itself. And then if they have any questions, normal driver license, and once that's done, obviously they tell you that it will take another 5-7 days to reach. If you don't get the new real ID driver license or an ID, then within 30 days you should contact DMV. So I think that doesn't happen with me, and hope for the best. I get it in time, and so let's see how it works out. But I think the visit to the DMV with an appointment, still COVID, nothing has changed at DMV, unfortunately. So just have your appointments. That makes it very super easy, because I was seeing people just trying to fill out paperwork all over, because there are no stands or things. You're just sitting at the chair, you have that pad, you're just trying to pull up your driver license and all those kind of things. So an appointment is always helpful. So I think you also apply for real IDs, because it has, I think, great benefit in terms of traveling, I think, domestically, and also going to other federal facilities, because after this deadline, which is in October, after that, if you're going to any other federal facilities to look at, even if you are talking about, I think we have many national parks. I think probably they will require a real ID. I'm not sure, and we have to see how it's get implemented, because I think many people don't have it. So I think because it has not costed anything much to me. It was free, and there is I think a promotion going on. If you do it by certain date in September, I think it's free, so I don't have to pay anything. That's another good part of it. So but it's, I think, only a promotion run by DMV, which you rarely see it, but because they also want people to be, I think, get these real IDs, so most of the people have those, and they also don't want to deal much more with people with passports and things. So I think, yeah, just check on dmv.ca.gov, and I hope your experience will also be the same with an appointment. Okay, thank you. See you with some other experiences and videos. Thank you.